Welcome back to Good Morning Trinidad and Tobago on CTV and Talk City 91.1 FM. We now go over to Tobago to see what's happening there. Now we have with us Mr. Eric Forbes, who is the Artistic Director, and Mr. Johanan Cornwall, who is the Managing Director of an organization called Bliss Entertainment. Now they have an event coming up and they are joining us to tell us a little bit about that. Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning, sir.
Before we get into the event coming up, which is called Spring Break, can you just give us a little idea about what Bliss Entertainment is all about?
Sure. So basically, Bliss Entertainment is an entertainment hub in Tobago, and we're just trying to get towards pushing youth to finding their talents, trying to have make people have fun as well. So it's also, we have a campaign that we're running right now, basically, that geared towards helping people find their talent and also use their talents to the best of their ability. The name of the campaign is Find Your Bliss. And basically, we showcase people who do running, football, singing, anything at all that would be considered a talent or skill during artistic anything. So Bliss Entertainment has been around in Tobago for about 3 years. We started in 2015, and we've been going ever since. We started off with a free photo shoot. And we did it open to the public, so we could have invited anybody that way. And it just kept growing from there. Eventually, people started calling us to promote by their clubs and stuff like that. And the more we do, is the more they ask from us, and we just kept going.
It's a relatively new organization that is looking to give back to Tobago.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So there's an event coming up called Spring Break. What is this about?
Okay, so Spring Break is basically our local twist, because, you know, in Trinidad and Tobago, we don't have spring in the Caribbean. But the idea is just because the rest of the world, or most of the world, is celebrating Spring Break right now, and we as Trinidad and Tobagonians, we like to party. So any excuse to party, I think we would go with. So Spring Break was just the concept that we decided to go with this Easter, because it's been around before, and basically we link up with the person who was training because they wasn't doing it anymore. And we decided, well, okay, we will get together and we'll do this. And we will kind of try to create a situation where we bring the older heads and the younger heads together to party, you know, and just have a good time.
When is this event scheduled to take place?
March the 31st, which is Easter Saturday night.
Where?
At Pigeon Point Beach.
Now, there was a recent incident of coastal erosion at Pigeon Point.
Yeah.
Do you think that would affect the event?
No, only because we know that how the sign is at Pigeon Point, so we already scheduled ourselves to go on the gravel now. So we wouldn't have any problems at all in terms of the venue, because we had anticipated that something like that might happen, and we decided that we wouldn't go on the sand this year.
At the beginning, you said, well, spring is something that we don't have in Trinidad and Tobago.
Correct.
So why incorporate an event that isn't something which is traditionally associated with Trinidad and Tobago?
Because as Trinidad and Tobagonians, we have, as our anthem says, every creed and every race finds an equal place. So we have a bunch of different ethnic groups and cultural stuff that kind of blend in to Trinidad and Tobago now. So we didn't want to, we have other events as well that kind of geared towards our patriotism towards Trinidad and Tobago. But we wanted to do something that would kind of encourage the foreigners as well as locals to feel like if they are part of the foreign thing, because we like that, you know, as Trinidadians, we like the foreign stuff, you know.
And I know you have your workmate with you as well, and I want to get him in on the discussion. So we talk about incorporating other cultures, all cultures in Trinidad and Tobago, and you're having this event, but people would argue, okay, so why don't we have something that would keep our tradition alive rather than try to bring in a foreign tradition?
Well, I think it's always good to have outside influences to remind us about our own culture, because we just came out of a whole cultural period, which is carnival with ourselves, you know what I mean? So I think we would like to highlight other aspects of our culture that we actually embrace every day. I think a lot of people grow up with Sizzler, with the parents listening to Sizzler, going home in the car, going to school in the mornings, you know what I mean? It have a large amount of older heads that just was influenced by his culture itself. So we'd like to bring Sizzler to keep on encouraging new influences and just a new vibe to the island to remind people that this is where we grew up on, and you know, everybody will have a nostalgic feel towards that. TJ on the other hand is the youths specifically is literally what they asked for, and we said, well, we'll just give them what they wanted this time.
Bliss Entertainment hosted several events before. So what do you all expect from this event?
Well, this event we actually expect a large success. I think with this event here, this will be a next stepping stone for the company itself, because we plan to do large things. We have our next event in August that geared towards like the rise
Patriotism.
and
Yeah.
patriotism.
The name of it is actually Bago. So it's spelled B-A-E-G-O, as in Bay, the urban term, and go to kind of make the short term Tobago. So we have like a theme that we go along to Bay we go, you know, kind of Tobago. And basically it's just, as we said, it's something that is kind of cultural and kind of deep rooted within Tobago, because we like ourselves in Tobago here, you know. So things that celebrate us and our culture, we really like to push towards now. Bago is basically that event where we kind of use mud, we use powder, and all the elements that kind of make carnival, and we kind of just mix it together and do it in summertime now, July, August vacation.
In terms of the entertainment, what can people expect if they decide to come?
Okay. I think they can expect a lineup of local and foreign acts that wouldn't, the performances would be a compact performance, meaning it wouldn't be overdrawn too long where you get boring. It would be short enough and long enough, you know, just right for them to have enough fun, and the DJ lineup is actually really good as well. So I think they definitely would come for a really nice experience. Yeah, and make memories for sure, with your friends and family. So far, people have been buying tickets by the 5s and 10s. So by my guess, people coming in the groups now, you know, as a team.
You're expecting a big crowd to be there?
Over the weekend, because tickets only dropped on Saturday morning. So between now and then, we've sold, actually before now, between Saturday to Sunday, we've sold 100 tickets already.
You talk about tickets, where can people get tickets?
People can get tickets, where's the advertised outlets we have so far? We have Urban Fashion on the mall. We have Urban Lost in Crown Point.
We have Mice
in
Spring Garden.
We also have committee members as well that you can contact. You can contact either me or Eric or the other committee members that we send around on Facebook, Instagram. If you want, you can message the page at BlissOfficial _ on Instagram or Bliss Entertainment on Facebook.
Over the past few months, we've been seeing a lot of issues with the sea bridge, with the vessels giving problems and that kind of thing. Now, you're expecting an event such as this to take place, and you may be expecting a lot of Trinidadians to come over as well to take part in the event. How do you all plan to put things in place to ensure that if there are issues with the sea bridge or the air bridge or both, you know, that you'll still get people to come over?
Okay. I think generally Trinidadians, especially, which I love about them, they make it. So meaning they find a way to come across once they really want to come now. So all you have to do is give them the platform by which they could come across. Because like right now, I saw the airport doing runway maintenance, so they wouldn't even have any late flights now. So one thing that we would definitely do is try to get places for people, for Trinidadians, because we have a lot of Trinidadian calls actually coming in for people that want to come to the event. So what we would do is set up places for them to stay and that kind of thing, based on a personal basis number. So if you call and you would like to get someone to stay as well and that kind of stuff, we would definitely organize that for you.
So there's no need to worry about getting in between the islands?
No. I think they would definitely, especially because we have a good bit of time, like I said, 3 weeks before the event. I think they would definitely purchase the tickets early once they decide they're coming to Tobago for Easter, and you'll be here for sure.
As it relates to the event itself, I want to talk about the economic situation and related to the funding and how you get sponsorship for an event such as this. Or is it an event that is solely funded by Bliss Entertainment?
Okay, it's funded by two entertainment companies, Crave Entertainment and Bliss Entertainment. We Crave is the silent partner, which no longer is silent, but that's okay. Basically, Crave has been doing the event for maybe 7, 8 years now. And so they have a lot of work in terms of sponsorship and stuff like that. So they get sponsorship easily. Like for Bliss Entertainment itself, we don't get sponsorship at all. And that's just because we're basically new, relatively new. So people don't really gear towards sponsoring new companies because they want to see exactly what they can do and what they can give to the sponsor number. So we kind of, with events like this, it was well open the doors for us to get more sponsorship, interviews like this as well, because we basically hosting the entire event. So we in a position now where sponsors will take us more seriously because we bring in international acts as well. And the show definitely come off a very nice and successful show.
From what I was reading, I understand Eric Forbes is one of the members who founded the organization. So I want to hear from him what he plans for Bliss in the near future.
Oh, for Bliss in the near future. So I think we'll be, for Bliss, rooted at events. Because we also have two other companies, which is our Forbes Designs, which is a design company, and Expression Clothing, which is our clothing line itself. So with the companies, we have directions for each one, and for Bliss, we're looking to be the largest entertainment company in Tobago, which is not that hard because Tobago is small, but we have to keep our events concentrated, and we have to keep on raising the bar. So what we do is we have a creative committee that we sit down nearly every night to create new concept, create new ideas for events itself, and find ways to, you know, always raise the bar with each other and give Tobago something they never had before. So I think with Bliss we get towards becoming larger and larger and throwing bigger and bigger events and doing more collaborations and, you know, just opening up Tobago to a new party life experience.
You talk about collaborations. Is the organization working with the THA in any way?
Not at the moment, but we're open to working with them. We just need the right outlet, so to say.
Are you hoping that this may be able to create an avenue for that discussion?
Oh, that would be great. Hopefully this does, and hopefully they do contact us, and we'd love to do government events. We actually had a couple of projects with them before, like gaming tournaments. About a year and a half ago, we did a whole gaming tournament where we had the whole front section at the mall and bring people to play FIFA, and government actually sponsored the prizes itself. So that was a great collaboration. I think we would have to do more events like that for government to really see the interest and get involved in that way, because we're working with more youths. So, you know.
So your plan is to develop youth and also increase tourism on the island, is that right?
Correct.
Before we go, I want to get you to tell us again about the event and when it is taking place, so that people will know, so that they can be part of it if they so choose.
Okay, so the event is on March 31st, that's Easter Saturday night. I know a large amount of Trinidadians is going to be up on the island, so make sure and check us out. We'll always have tickets available because we're really looking to ram out the venue. So as much as you want to come, we'll look to accommodate everybody itself. Sizzler, TJ, we have Bubbles and Escata, we have a local artist called Carisia, we have an artist called Chenet. So we have a large lineup for the night. We have great DJs in stores. We have some surprises in the event that we actually don't want to release yet. So I'd say stay tuned for more information on all the pages itself, for all the surprises that we have in store. Get ready for a great event. Spend a lot of time planning this.
What is the cost of the tickets?
At the moment, for the early birds is 200, but the early birds end today. And after that, it goes up to 250.
So if you want to be part of the spring break event taking place in Tobago, I'm sure you would have to get those tickets before the end of today, so that you'll get the early bird special. All right, well, I would like to thank you both, Mr. Eric Forbes and Johanan Cornwall, for speaking with us about the upcoming event and the work that you and your organization have been doing in Tobago.